Welcome back to Heavy Core Garage. I was hoping I was going to have an easy time finishing up the Ram here, but it seems like the Ram had other plans. Yeah, so that's a lot of green stuff. I'm going to have to take off that top bit of the engine and see where it's coming from, because it's obviously coming from kind of higher up in there from what I can tell. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on there at all. No. So yeah, let's see if I can get that figured out, because I'd really like to get rid of this truck soon. Alright, so the original plan today was to kind of get the front bumper back on this thing, kind of make sure everything was kind of buttoned up, everything ready to go. I'm going to look into seeing where it's leaking from. I don't know, I've had occasional leaks around the water pump in the past, but I know from I know from records that I have that the water pump was professionally replaced only about a year before I got the truck, so I don't know if it's from there. I do think it's probably just coming from a little higher. I tried to clean up the surface for the thermostat as much as I could when I put the new one in, like for the housing there, but I don't know, maybe gasket wasn't enough. I probably should have put some RTV on there with the gasket, but I guess I just, put a little bit too much faith in the gasket material itself, so I'm gonna probably rip into that. I don't know if I'm gonna record me going through that all again, but I will record me putting on the front bumper when I get to that point too. Okay, it is a completely different day. It is hot as hell right now, but apparently we've got some construction going on our street now. This is like, I think, a week and a half since the opening of this video. So I've got to play musical cars again. I want to get this probably back over there behind the Xterra. I've got to move that out so I can get the other Accord in, and I'll probably put it over here on the pad, on the parking pad. God, I really need to get rid of the weeds back here. And then I'm going to bring that truck right here, essentially, because I need to leave my driveway completely open, because both my wife and I are going to have to park in there, because yeah, no parking on the street times. So that's going to suck, since I am a street parker as opposed to a Peter Parker. If I was a Peter Parker, life would probably be simultaneously easier and more difficult. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, moving cars like a spider can. Anyway, let's get to it. This isn't going to give you guys the best view of things, but I need to keep the phone out of the sun so it doesn't freaking overheat on me and stop recording or something. So swiggity swooty, time lapse that booty. Well, let's get to it, I guess. Just gotta start taking stuff apart, which is the annoying part. Oop. Never used that before. Okay, let's get under here. Screwdriver. Take this bolts I use for everything. That's 11. 12. Of course it's not 12. Of course it's not 12. 14. It's also a 12. That's a 10. Ugh, drop things on the ground. I just don't understand why it couldn't have just been nice and worked right the first time. But I guess everyone knows that my favorite thing is doing things twice. So much fun. Another extension. Come on. Okay, I guess that's 13. Cleaning up the shop and then I stopped. Should probably finish that. Might make my life easier.
What's leaking?
We are leaking some coolant. But that's kind of to be expected. Because my guess is that it was coming out through the opposite end of the, coming out through the, this thing wasn't got pressure on there. Okay. Yeah.
What are you looking at?
Well, this is the thermostat gasket. Doesn't look like it's too bad. I didn't think it was too bad. It's just I'm not sure exactly where all that fluid was coming out of if it wasn't from here. Thermostat's good on there. I need to get something to clean that up so I can gas it. It's never the right size. I was hoping to try and kind of pull this off a little bit since it would be easier to get to the holes right there, right there. Because somebody put this garbage mounting bracket on here. Okay, just a second. Need more leverage. Okay. Hopefully I can hold that. Doesn't help that these things are freaking rusted on like crazy. Half tempted to get the grinder and just take care of it the easy way. Okay. Okay. I hope you brought safety squints. In nomine Patri. True cell shot Q3. Yeah, that's it.
What's going on now?
Now, burnt rubber. Smells delicious. Okay. That's there. Okay, yeah, I am. Most definitely gonna need to hammer that out then. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be, because like the bumper's bent up a little bit for, you know, reasons. Maybe or maybe not my fault. I confess nothing. And so I gotta figure out how to get this bent out and back into place a little bit. I was thinking sledgehammer at one point in time, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it in there. And this shit's kind of heavy duty, so I really should have picked up another one of these in the parts yard when I was there. I was just kind of in a hurry to get other things and get out of there, so I didn't. So, and honestly, this might be easier too if I had a working torch, because hot metal moves a lot faster, a lot easier than cold metal. As the last half a dozen times I've used it, but we'll try. Come on, you jerk.
Camping torch is also broken. I think you just cursed.
Ah, come on. There's obviously a right and a wrong way to store these torches, and I'm continuously using the wrong way because I have nothing but issues when I go to reuse torches. Come on. You were almost working there. This is gonna take a minute. Ooh. That works. Before I sell it, I might end up coming out and taking like a wire wheel to a bunch of this, and then maybe picking up a can of white Rust-Oleum and see if I can't make it look kind of white again. Anything to really make the truck a little bit better, and I'm sure some Rust-Oleum wouldn't hurt it. Yeah, a bunch of it's okay. Like there's that scratch in the door. There's, you know, I'm not too worried about some of the fenders and stuff back here. Just a little bit of touch up here and there. It does look a lot better with the white tailgate on it still. I need to put the other side of these latches on here so that I can actually close that for good and, you know, somewhat water seal it with that rubber that's on there. I don't know. Other than that, like I might go through and grease the passenger side bearing down under there. This side down here kind of likes to grind a little bit when it's reverse and cranked. I want to see if there's maybe a bung underneath there that I can shove some grease into, see if that'll make it a little happier, because yeah, like on the axle or something, we'll see. Maybe just try and get some grease in there anyway somehow. But other than that, I am happy that it kind of looks like a truck again. And I think, you know, just one step closer to selling this thing. Just gotta wait until I can tighten that down. Gosh, probably need to save another 15 minutes and I'll tighten that thing down. And then tomorrow I will try and see if it'll take liquid without shooting it out all over the ground again. It's a good thing that I've got this back behind the fence, because I'm pretty sure the EPA would hate my guts with all the fluids and everything that I have desecrated this holy land with. So yeah, that's where I'll leave you for today, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Alright, back in the saddle again. Got to grab my wife's summer tires. It's definitely hot enough It's been hot enough for like a month. We should have been putting these on by now. But yeah, so we're going to do that now. Probably going to have to get new tires for them. And then probably going to stop by the parts yard, see if I can't just find that bracket for the front bumper. Just kind of, you know, make things a little bit more supported, better looking, not as wibbly wobbly. And some point tonight I can throw some coolant in the truck and hopefully it stays in it this time. We'll see. Okay, this 19, pretty sure that's all I was gonna need. Let me kind of double check on, oh, those are not 19s. Also, where was that kind of, that's not gonna be, that's, sorry. Just checking this. Close enough to a 19. I'm hoping. Yeah, close enough to 19 there. I gotta check to see what this is gonna. Oh wait, no, that was on there. It's this. Because I think I used the 19 to get these off. There's a little bit of play, so they might be standard size, not metric. I never know where any of my tools are. Well, maybe it's just, it might be fine with 19. I'm gonna go with the 19. Just, you know, one ratchet, one socket, and hopes and dreams. Okay. I just gotta wait for the wife to get home and we can load up the tires and get going. All right, I got the truck all back together, got some water in there, and we're going to start this up and see if it holds. Fingers crossed. It's been a day and hopefully I did it correct this time, and hopefully there aren't any other leaks. But yeah, threw water in there because I wanted to, you know, I guess if it leaked out, it wasn't me wasting money on coolant this time around, which I've wasted a bit on. And trucks in the backyard, I've got dogs and stuff that are back here, so I wanted to be a little bit more safe for them, for obvious reasons. In case you didn't know, coolant is not good to digest, so we're gonna get going on this. Well, gotta wait for it to warm up and see if anything comes out, so we'll give it a minute. Okay, well, not super happy about it. You probably can't really see it back down in there. See if I can lighten that up. Try and get this thing back down in here to show you what the hell's going on. Light. Right back down in there. Okay. Yeah, basically right back down in there behind everything. It's coming out from somewhere. And honestly, the only real culprit I can assume at this point is that it's probably leaking at the top of the water pump somewhere back there. So I'm just I didn't want to have to change the water pump, but seems like that's probably what I'm going to be doing. God dang it. Why couldn't you just cooperate? This was supposed to be a nice, quick, easy fix. Luckily, I mean, I guess the thermostat's not leaking anymore, so that's good. But, yeah, that's just frustrating, though. I was really hoping that I could just be done with this thing, get it sold off, and finally, I don't know, just move on with my life. But I've got to dig deeper on this, so yeah, probably not today though. It's already 8:30, so I don't know, I need to take a nap. I need to take a shower and then get to bed, because I still have a day job. Yay. Okay, I have dug down into here, and I actually think that it's not the water pump gasket. So I pulled this off here, which is a tube that goes in between these two spots here. This bottom part here is definitely seen better days. I mean, it makes sense that I've had just a couple of these older hoses burst on me, considering the age of the vehicle and everything. I'm glad to see that my thermostat isn't leaking on me anymore. That's, you know, nice to know that I guess I did that right for once. Also, I was kind of checking around the actual water pump gasket, and it really doesn't look like the water pump itself is leaking, which would make sense considering that the water pump was only replaced like the year before I bought the truck, but all of the fluid was coming up from here somewhere and then going down. So my guess is that essentially once I replaced the thermostat and these hoses and everything, because the pressure caused that one to burst, that my guess is that it just moved on to the next weak hose in the system, which definitely looks like it was this. So I gotta go find this. Oh, that I broke that when I was trying to get that off, and then I dropped it on the ground because I had one of these stupid things, and yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna pick up that hose, go find a replacement hose, clean all that crap up, and then put it back together and pray to the automotive gods that I now have solved my leaking liquid issues. Alright, I have just got back from the O'Reilly's. So this was the hose that was on there, the supposed bypass hose, and I got the actual part number, and this is what that hose is actually supposed to look like. I'm about 99% sure that whoever changed the water pump on there literally just cut a random piece of like freaking radiator hose and jammed it on there. So I mean, this is going to be a little bit of a tight fit because it's brand new hose and these things aren't very flexible off the bat, but let's get it in. Well, I meant to actually record all that going back together. Looks like my phone decided to take a crap there, but I mean, it's all back together. I'm gonna turn it on, see if holds water this time. Wish me luck, because I'm getting real tired of fixing this. So far, so good. Found that I can actually kind of, you won't be able to see this, but I can peek way back in here. I don't know, maybe you won't be able to see it. You can kind of see where it was kind of wet there originally, because I didn't really clean all of it out. So yeah, it's kind of hard to see back in there, but it doesn't look like it's leaking anymore. Definitely not seeing all the water going down there, and I've got nothing extra dripping down here, which is nice. Yeah, there's like obviously some stuff there because I made a bit of a mess, and the EPA is gonna come and be mad at me if they ever find out. Fucking wasp. Okay, took care of that wasp. Hopefully his friends don't come back to get vengeance. Yeah, I'm gonna let the whole thing kind of warm up here, get up to temperature, and pray to God that there are no leaks. So I'll be back in just a second. All right, I think das ist fixed. I'm super glad I didn't have to pull off the water pump on that, because that would have been a little bit more annoying. I'm glad I was able to kind of get to the problem before I had to pull that off. Gotta clean up the truck now. I still need to get that other mounting bracket thing for the bumper, like this over here, so that's a little more on there. And then I want to kind of double check and recharge the AC system, because even though I replaced like a bunch of the hoses and the dryer and the compressor and all that stuff and the condenser, it's still, I think there's a leak or something somewhere, because it's still not blowing as cold as it should be. Good Lord, these freaking... Oh, that's why. They're camping out in the hood there. I gotta deal with that. Okay. Wasp away. Go away, wasps. Nobody loves you. Gotta get sighted. Yeah, this PB Blaster kills wasps better than just about anything else that I know of. It's good stuff. Highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. They're up in there, but I ain't happy. They won't live much longer. Ha ha ha. I hate wasps. Jerks. But yeah, no, I just got to get this thing cleaned up. Couple other little parts on it, then I shall get it sold. Me and my wife are looking at trying to get a camper, and we need this thing sold pretty quick, so probably won't see it again in another video. But I do thank you for watching. This has been a long video and a bit of an annoying one that took over the course of like a month for me to actually film. So thank you for anyone that's still watching. If you like what you see, stick around, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.